pull this down a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not seeing the bar scale, but
Do you need to draw it down a little bit?
let's see.
Still don't see the bar scale.
Yeah.
Do you hear it on your phone?
Oh, it's not coming up.
Oh.
Do it again. Go to your channel. There we go. Okay, now it is.
1, 2, 3, 4. You can hear it on your phone. Yeah, I don't know why you don't see it here. Oh yeah, I can hear it now.
That's good. So now we're just working on the visual bar
Right.
scale. We know it's working. Let me go back to these again.
1, 2, 3, 4. You can hear it on your phone. Yeah, I don't know why you don't see it here. Oh yeah, I can hear it now.
Pop out dashboard. What do you think that is?
Sounds pretty good. Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Any ideas?
No. Try this stream settings. Copy video. Close caption. What is that that's grayed out there? Added delay. Looking for some of this. Audio.
360 view.
I don't know. Seems like it would be automatic. And you would normally see it bouncing up and down.
Yeah.
Can you go back?
Sure.
Go back to where you were just before you selected that. Because there was some settings over here. I just wanted to see. I don't know if you can just go to the back key or. No. It's back where it said test. It had all those tests.
Well, I wonder, you see these three options right here?
Mm-hmm.
This is for the webcam. Each one has, can we click it? I mean, it shouldn't change it.
Yeah, try the webcam. Create stream details.
Microphone. Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like a lot of this is what's on the other one.
Yeah.
So if I go back to the manage.
Yeah, right here. I was just going to see. Okay. Yeah, I was going to see if anything, but no, there's nothing over there.
So if I click on it, it'll
under that little drop down for current viewers. Chat rate.
Yeah, I can click it like you. Sorry, I don't want you to
Yeah,
think I'm
no.
trying.
I mean, you know, analytics usually is like the history. Yeah, I'll turn this off.
Let me see if the microphone is still on.
Yeah. Well, it's still on, but I don't see anything moving here.
Testing, testing, testing.
Try it again. Oh, I see.
Okay, it's still on.
Well, here's the thing.
Well, I mean, I know it's working. I don't.
Here,
The bar just kind of,
yeah.
it's like confirmation that, oh, the sound is on.
I know why it's not.
Oh, wow.
See, this is concurrent viewers on here. And if you change this to views, this shows you how many people are viewing it by hour.
You see, and I've never selected that.
It's not audio. That's not audio. That's how many people are logging in.
You're right. And we've never had that set up before. It automatically just defaulted to the bar scale, where you would automatically, the sound would register and you could see if it was picking up sound or not.
Okay.
I don't know why this is coming up because I've never manipulated any of this. But you see, it's the same thing with when we turned it on.
Right.
And then it was already on. Like,
right.
Why is that?
Well, see, analytics normally is, what numbers are we getting? So this is going to show you how many concurrent viewers you have. That's right now.
Mm-hmm.
The chat rate, you can see how many people are commenting, and then the number of views. So that's all that's going to show you by hour. So that really doesn't have anything to do with the sound.
So I'm trying to figure out how do we get to where it lets us choose.
Yeah, stream settings. Somehow you want the audio.
Yeah. I don't know how that happened.
Yeah.
Because when we realized that it was not showing the image, we shut it off.
Right.
And I don't think Father Ken has come back in here and done anything because he knew it wasn't working.
Yeah, so, unless you have a different, so that's just the big screen. Wait a second. We'll go back. There's settings. Playback speed.
While you do that, I'm going to see if I can Google something real quick, and you never know. Let's just see what.
Well, one thing is right here. Look at that. See, that's muted. So we change that.
Okay. Oh.
And now let's go back to analytics. See, this is muted right here, but I don't know why.
And I just find it easier on my computer than
Oh,
typing it
yeah,
on my little
sure.
phone.
I'm just wondering, if we use test one, I mean, is this, you're using test right now?
I just,
It seems like there's something not set up to show audio there.
I never have to go in and do anything when I'm setting up for the YouTubes.
Uh-huh.
I don't ever have to specify anything when it comes to the audio, because you're just setting up the streaming, you know, to,
Right.
do you see anything that says dashboard?
Um,
I remember seeing that one time, but not on,
we can expand menu, webcam.
I wonder if our dashboard will,
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking is you set that up. Manage webcam. And I've got it, I think it shut down. We may have to shut it totally down and then bring it back. Because I think it's out there looking, and so what do we need to do to shut it down?
what I do is, when you're ready, you'll go to, end stream,
Yeah, I don't even
which
see
is
that.
on you're on the studio, so on the OBS, we'll go to OBS, the black one, then you'll
Oh.
stop streaming. Well, actually, end stream, did we already do that on the other one? I didn't see that.
No. See, I think
No.
the two kind of got
Well, you
mixed up.
see, but wait a minute.
Yeah, see, we're seeing the mixer bar there.
It's in, okay, so the mixture bar is there,
Right.
it's just registering up here versus down there.
Well, see, here's what I
So-
think. The reason that's doing it, you remember we drug it up there. And when you moved it over, you should be able to see it. Remember, it was down here.
Yeah.
And I
Okay,
had-
now it's, okay.
And I had you drag it up there.
Okay, that's fine. That's what it is. It was that bar scale that,
Okay, 'cause
that-
we weren't on the
see,
right.
now we can see that we're live.
Yeah, right,
And it's picking up the sound.
right.
It's just confirmation. It's not a must that you have to have it. It just tells
Right.
you like that your
Yeah, I
sound
don't
is
think
picking
you're
up.
gonna see it over on the others, how you see it here.
Right. You won't see it on the other one, but now I see it. So yeah, so I think we're good.
Now, here's
Okay.
the only other thing, on ours, see, we normally see both of these.
The scenes and the
Yeah,
audio.
Yeah, see, our
Okay.
audio, we could maybe drag it down.
You see, I've never
Uh,
learned how to make the scenes. And so I figure, well, because I don't change the scenes, I
Right.
didn't see it as a hot item for me
Right.
to be
Well,
concerned
I'll
with.
tell you,
But it's good to be able to say the scene. Well, maybe this is showing up here. Do you get it both images here and the scene?
see,
at St.
here's what
Mary's?
you do. You set up a whole bunch of scenes. Like
Yes.
before you come on, you could say, I want to put this picture up. It just says St. Michael's Church. And see, that's
I
what
need to
we
learn how
have.
to do that, Ed. I don't.
Well, I'll show you. So, we have
Yeah.
this one, and then while we're waiting,
I'm familiar because I
Right.
I remember setting it up,
right.
but I didn't. I gave it to Lillian and said, the rest is like for y'all. This is very
Yeah.
early on when we
Right.
first started.
So,
Yeah.
so here's the way we do it. We have two cameras. Let me see, down here. So, what you do is you have your scenes up here. Some of them are still pictures, some of them are cameras, and then you pick which scene you want, and you create it. And let me show you. Are you
Yeah.
connected to the internet here?
Yeah.
Because I was looking at that last night. If you go to OSB Studio, or OBS, I guess. I'm saying OBS.
Now on my personal computer, I'm not set up like here,
Yeah,
right? To
yeah,
do all that, but I
okay.
can,
Yeah, click on
right here,
that.
right here, or here.
Here.
Okay. So you can
Yeah,
feel
I
free to
can,
go ahead.
if I can
Yeah, go
drive,
ahead.
I'll show you. So what I did, I was looking at it last night, and right here in the windows. And then, let me see if I can remember. I think it was on overview. Yeah. And then, okay. Add sources to your video. So, if you click on here, like video capture, so they get into this, and then they start telling you. There's different ways you can capture things, but at the very beginning up here, they talk about you have, right there, scenes and sources, okay? So scenes, so you create this scene, and then you tell it where the source is. So if it's just a file, you tell it this is a file. So when I click on opening scene, then you pull this file in. So when you're running it, what they do at St. Mary's, like before it starts, they'll click on the
Right.
master. And,
I went
and
over
that-
it with her. I just because I
Okay.
don't go in on a.
So that's how you create the scenes, and it'll take you right here, and then it'll tell you how you can name it. And
Did you do the scenes at St. Mary's?
no, I didn't. I
was
think
gonna say,
Lillian did.
No, I think someone else who was one of them editors. We've had a few different ones that she had early on.
And
Someone
it may have been
who
the guy
created. I
that
think she
came
was a
down
female.
from
It was somebody who.
Oh,
was,
she did the artwork.
Yeah, maybe that's.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
thinking
yeah.
she did. Yep.
No, she did it, but then we
Yeah.
named it and we set it in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot the lady's name, and I don't even know if she's still
I don't
there.
think so.
Yeah.
I think she's gone, and that was
She
the
did
reason
a
why.
great job.
Oh,
on
she
that.
did.
Yeah, but
She
we
did.
had, you know, we had the artworks done, and then we named it like opening or, you know, donations,
Yeah.
whatever. And then when you clicked on that, it just pulled in that file and popped that up on your screen. So during the mass, you know, like for example, when they're doing collections, they can click on that and say, if you wish to donate, you know, here's where you go.
Oh no, I think it's great. I just
So
I don't know how.
this will tell you. This is the help on how to do that.
Can you bookmark that for me, please?
Sure.
There's a little star right
Star,
there.
yep.
We'll just put it OBS. I'll go back and read that thing because I don't know. I've considered that, but I just have not really had the time to stop.
Yeah.
And like, because I'm like, I'm gonna have to learn it, right?
Right.
So I'm like,
So see right over here what you have, and what I'd like to do is pull this
Okay.
down to where you can see both. See if we can make it smaller. Because see on ours, we have both. Trill touch. So that may be as small as we can get it. Well, it keeps wanting to go there.
What is the double window for that you see?
Where do you
Oh,
see
okay.
that?
These right here. I was wondering what that little
Oh,
two windows. What is that? Oh, okay. I guess you double, but yeah, we don't need it then. I guess sources. Okay.
maybe we can. Okay, so it moves it down here. It's just, so you can set this up any way you want. But the main thing you want, let's get that over there. The first thing we do is make it smaller. Boy, it's really touchy. The way we want that one, that's fine. And let's make this one smaller. And make this one smaller. And maybe what we need to do is maybe if we can make them smaller from the top, yeah. And drag this, because I want this like, I don't want it over top of something else. So this control, if we can make it smaller. See, it keeps driving out and made that one bigger. I don't want, trying to get them all down there
Right.
without it over, right. So what I'd like to do is have this one here. Okay. I can live with that.
Yeah.
Okay, and if you want, you can squish this one down and put it over if we want. But, okay, so this tells you the scene.
Scenes,
So
right.
for this scene, it says it's a video capture. So that's your camera.
Yes.
And then you can have scene 2, like your welcome screen. And then that would be, I don't know if we have anything in here. See right here, these are the scenes that we have.
Yeah.
See, we have the welcome, the back camera, the side camera, the offertory, the spiritual communion.
It's a prayer.
Yeah, exactly. And then at the end, stay in touch, and then the special announcement. And then for each one of those, it would have, and I don't think you can see it here because we don't show it, but it would have the source. So the
Source to me, like maybe camera 1 or camera 2.
exactly.
Right, okay.
So we could have, one scene that we named was front camera.
Okay.
So if you look over here, it's going to say camera 1.
Right.
Scene 2 would be back camera.
We would
back
only
there.
have one camera.
Yeah, okay. But if you wanted to put some still shots,
Yeah.
like the welcome, and you can put whatever you want. You can make it in PowerPoint and save it. And then you would just, then right over here, you would say welcome screen, and the source would be this file. And that tells it where to go find it. And then this tells it the transition, when you go
Right.
from one to the other,
Yeah.
how it does that. So what we normally do is, because we have, 2 cameras, we will switch cameras, and we can tell it which one to do, and then at this point, once it changes, then we change the scene. And it just fades from one to the other. Otherwise, if you didn't do that, if you just came over here and said camera 1, camera 2, it's like if you're panning.
Right.
So what we do, we'll tell it, be on camera 1, so it's on camera 1, and then we'll say pan was camera 2, so we'll go into position. Then we switch to camera 2. So that way they don't see the camera changing. So we have one camera showing what's going on live. We pan
Get
the
ready
other.
for the
Yeah,
pan
we
one.
move
Yeah,
the
get
other one.
ready.
Then we tell it to change. So that's what they do. Because see right here, these are different settings we have for a camera.
Yeah, I know we've been looking for, it seems like always looking for people to help with the live streaming. I know
Right.
Lillian, I just met with her and she told me a few people that are helping, but it's always a struggle, and
Right.
here is the same thing as another reason, because it's just me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's why I told her, I'm like, I wish I could help, I really could, but
Right. I
it's
know.
just too much for me sometimes.
So we have these pre-programmed camera settings, and this is a side camera, this is the back camera. I don't know if you can see what some of those, but so you pick which view you want, like if you want the baptismal font, or you want the ambo, or you want that. So with that camera you pick, and it will automatically go to that position. And so we'll be picking, for example, if we're showing something with camera 1, and then we want to get ready to change, we'll say go to the ambo with camera 2, and then when we pick camera 2, it'll automatically be there. So, and then we have, of course, 2 cameras, and you can see which each camera is going to show.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, the main point I just wanted to show you, this scene, and you only have one, and you could rename it, main camera or whatever, and then it tells you where's it coming from. It says it's coming from your video camera. So you can create more scenes, name them, and that thing I just showed you told you how you can change it. I think you can probably just right-click on it, and see rename. So you could rename that as, whatever, main camera, and now it's going to let you change that.
Okay. Well, why don't we go ahead and just give it a name just right
Okay.
now? Let's just give, call it overview.
Okay.
Maybe
Or
just
church overview, or
church overview, yeah.
church overview. Okay. And then we should be able to click also the church overview, and that's where it's coming from.
Yeah.
And you can rename that. You can call that, camera.
Main camera.
Yeah,
It's only one main camera.
Yeah. camera. So, church overview.
Main camera.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes I wish I could zoom in more, and I don't know how to zoom in. Sometimes when Father's doing like a baptismal or something, and we want to zoom in a little bit more, I don't know how to do that.
Right.
Because I don't think that our camera allows us to manipulate in the sense of direction. I think it's just a flat out zoom in, zoom out, I believe. Because I've never, Father Tom always just said, just leave it the way it is, and that's fine. And I thought,
Is this what controls your camera?
that's what he said. So I've never really tried to mess with it.
Yeah.
Or
You would have to know what camera you have. They
Yeah,
call them,
you see.
I forgot
because I thought it was just this. I thought you just would toggle.
Yeah, usually that is, yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you can maybe. I'm not sure. Just because it does move doesn't mean that the camera would move.
Is the camera moving?
No, it doesn't seem like it's doing anything. So
Camera
I don't know how to.
Yeah.
It helps to be tall. I mean, yeah, me either. When they set it up, at that time.
You should be able to, because right here, far, wide, close.
Oh.
Yeah, so you
Far,
can,
wide.
so that you should be able to zoom and,
Close. What happens if you open?
well, let's just hit wide.
Yeah, let's do wide. Wide.
Far.
Now, if you do, but like do this after you do the button. Maybe it either simultaneously or separately, maybe one after the other. I'm not sure.
Well, I see it changing up here. It says zoom.
Okay, zoom. Just not doing anything though here.
But,
I'll let you know when there's any changes.
okay.
There's none so far.
So there may be different.
Yeah, it's not doing anything.
Yeah, I don't.
Okay.
I would be, but I'm sure you can do it.
I'm sure there's got to be a way, and I've got to. I don't know if that would. I don't know even know if everybody's system's a little different on the devices. So, because this is a small parish, I'm sure even like Kingsport, St. Dominic's probably does not have this thing set up. Theirs is probably very much like St.
And
Mary's.
we don't
several
even
cameras.
have this. We do it on our screen.
Yeah.
Do you help record up there, or do you?
No, I have not. I help her with some of the parts of the bulletin, but I
know.
Yeah, she's tried to show me one time, and I told her, I said, I can help, and I said, I'm so sorry. I'm just, it's just, I do what I can.
Right.
I'm like, we're a large parish. I'm like, so we should be able to get other people to come in and help. It's just too much.
Right.
It's overwhelming, and so
I help put it
I
in.
struggle just to help here do this because it's just me.
Right.
To do like all this everything, and anyway, so I mean, so I just do what I can.
Yeah, and that's all we can.
Yeah.
All of us can do, and because you can just burn yourself out if you're not careful.
Oh yeah, I know. That's why I'm like, I try not to immerse myself Right. I tell people, I'm not going to stress myself out. If it works out, great, and if it doesn't, it doesn't.
That's
Just not going to allow it to stress me out.
Yeah, you can.
Because
So what I'm going to try to do is make this box smaller.
We're still live streaming. Sorry, I said all that. Okay, maybe I should go.
And
ahead
then
and
I'm going to see if I can move that other box down.
let's see here. I didn't say anything bad, so thank goodness. All right.
See, it doesn't leave it where you put it because it keeps trying to change them on. So I don't know if we can pull that down. Now see this one. I don't need it that big, I just want to see.
Right, just to
See,
see
but
that
it's like-
reading, registering. That's all.
See, I want sources here, Now, what I really want is try to pull it down and make all these smaller. See, but the problem is I can't.
Well, for now, why don't you just why don't you put the audio mixer here on this space?
Okay, I can do that.
Yeah, let's just do
if
that.
If you're okay with that.
Yeah, that's fine. Because this is not going to affect the size.
No.
It's
Or you could leave it up on top if you want.
Yeah, that's true too. We can do that. Yep, that's fine.
So we can make these a bit smaller, balance them out. Gosh.
I know, it's so sensitive.
Yeah, there's.
You have to be like right on the mark.
Trying to make this worse, the end of that one. See what it does, it tries to expand, and as soon as you move it out, it expands the other one.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, it really changed.
Yeah.
It did something different on that whole thing.
Yeah, now they're going vertical.
Oh, yeah. Maybe it's because we moved this one up here, and so now it's got like more room. It's, reading that it has more room.
Yeah.
And it's trying to fit it both to that large space.
I hate when it tries to outthink you.
Well, what if we just go ahead and move this down here to where it was,
Okay.
and then just move this one right here to like right here? That'd be okay too. And then we can make it a little, it'll make it a little fatter. Oh no.
Okay, now, so we have, we want our scenes. Where's our scenes now? It's probably underneath there somewhere. There it is. So let's take this. And the scene transition. Look how big it is. Make it smaller. Okay, so what I want to go back to the way we had it. So we had scenes, then sources, transitions, one more missing.
Oh, remember we moved it up here.
Oh.
I thought there was only 4.
Yeah, okay, yeah, you're right. But now they're not, now this thing
They're
is not.
overlapping, yeah.
See if it, and now, they're not,
Connected.
yeah, they're not acting the way they were. I don't know if there's, what does this say? Add a scene. Okay, so that's how you add a scene. Move. Oh, that's special effects. We don't need that. Let's get rid of the scene. We don't want to do that. I don't know why this one now is not.
It wasn't reading that these were on the bottom.
Right.
And so, yeah.
And I have no idea what
That's how we learn it sometimes.
Right.
I know. It's a little scary sometimes. Like, oh gosh, what did I just do?
I know.
Oh.
Let's see here.
But if it was done, then somehow we know it can be undone. So,
Oh,
interesting.
look at that. That's a second.
Yeah. I kind of like that actually, though.
You
Because,
like that?
well, it shows no volume here.
Mm-hmm.
Why does it? Even though it's registering,
Mm-hmm.
why is it? Okay. I'm almost. There we go.
I think the difference is mute and unmute.
Yeah.
It's red when it's mute and it turns white. And when you unmute it, it turns green. Okay, so, but we still,
Yeah. Still gotta.
first I'm trying to make it a little skinnier or shorter. I guess that's as small as that can go.
Okay.
But somehow something.
Oh, I tell you what. Try this. Make it a little fatter. This one right here.
This one?
No, this one. Controls.
Okay.
Make the window bigger because just now it's moved when you made it bigger. So now what happens if you? Okay, so that part manipulates
Yeah.
this right here. Now, is there a way for us to drag this into this window right here where it adds it? I don't know. Oh, well, actually,
No,
that's
it threw
not
it up
really.
on top,
Yeah.
over top.
Well, actually, you know what? What happened?
I just
We're
want
changing
this to
everything, I
be
know.
back where it was.
I know, but
Where you could always see
but
it.
what if you make this a little smaller and fit it up above this one?
I'll try to make it from there. I don't know if you can. I saw something about.
But like this right here, is there a way for us to make this window smaller, thinner, and then moving it up here in this corner?
Mm-hmm.
I know it's not going to be the same setup, but as long as it works,
Mm-hmm.
and we're not doing the scenes right now anyway, so
Will you play with it? 'Cause I
Okay.
remember something on here saying
Let's see here.
about,
let's see.
there was something here. I want you to log in over here. Because I remember there was something talked about how you set up that screen. Do you want to enter your PIN?
Oh, yeah,
so I
sorry.
can-
Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. 'Cause I remember, okay. I remember them talking about it. Jesus. Oh, it says you can, says hold to control to disable source edge snapping, which I think is what it's trying to do. Oh, but if you got it the way you want it,
Well, I just moved these over so that we could see this, that's all.
okay,
That's all, here we go. I wonder if we lift up this bar a little bit,
sure,
and that maybe makes the picture a little bigger.
yeah,
I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna play with it too much right now, but I also see here view, it lets you manipulate a few different things.
Okay.
Which, you know, you could spend more time on
Right,
to see what
right.
it does, but I don't really wanna spend that much more time. But I mean,
right,
it works,
yeah,
and so it accomplishes what we're trying to do. You
right,
can see the picture, you can see the source and the scenes. Once we get set up with these, once I figure that out, then I'll put them, I'll manipulate a little to where I like it on the bottom where it was all side by side, but it doesn't have to be that way.
and they
But
talked about that
Yeah.
there, that you can get to, there's these hotkeys, so they see right here, says hold control to disable source edge snapping, which I think is what it was doing. Hold Alt and drag the boundary to the box to crop it, hit the screen, stretch the screen, so,
I
yeah.
mean, the whole thing is,
And that was the one that you tagged there earlier. One thing, the only thing I would recommend is flip scenes and sources, because to me, a scene is first,
yeah,
and then under scene, you have the source. Where is that scene coming from? So the scene is the church overview, and the source
yeah,
is the camera. So in my mind, it's in the logical order.
yeah. I actually kinda like them, like,
Yeah, there you go.
but the same, it's the scale is throwing me off a little.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah. And then this is the transition here is how they fade from one to the other. Of course, you only have the one, so it's
Right, so right now, it's okay, it wouldn't make sense to keep this if I was always doing my scene changes, I'd like
Right.
for it to be side by side, but once we get to that point, I'll figure that out then, it'll give me time between now and then
Right.
to just continue
Yeah,
playing with it and manipulating, like knowing what I'm doing. And in the meantime, the key thing right now for us is having this, I wanna make sure I keep it in the same spot
right.
for Father Ken, so
Right.
that he doesn't come here Sunday and say, oh, whoa,
What did you do?
what happened? What am I doing? So I think this is still